Hi everyone, it's Kat. I'm back with just my introductory sort of beginning video as to when I was diagnosed, what was happening at that time, and what that looked like for me. So, long story short, I was diagnosed in 2006, in the winter of 2006. I was at university in Ottawa. I had some really bad like stomach, upper abdominal pain here. It was a very dull, achy, almost like someone punched you in the gut, and it felt kind of like bruised. It wasn't going away no matter what if I took Pepcid, Rolaids, Tums. I didn't know it was acid or GERD at the time. I had no idea. I took Tylenol, I took Advil. My partner at the time had some Losec tabs. I tried that and like nothing helped. And the pain kept getting progressively worse. So I decided to go to the Emerge just to be safe. And essentially after taking a verbal inventory of my symptoms, doing a physical exam, just palpating my abdomen and such, they determined that it was probably GERD. So she ended up writing me a prescription. They gave me some medicine at the hospital, which alleviated it immediately. I think it was called a Pink Lady back then. And I was sent home, and the referral was sent, or the information was sent to my family doctor back in my hometown. So I was put on a medication called Protonix or Pantoprazole. Back then, that was more so for like if you had potential ulcers or a lot of damage to the lining of your stomach, which they had suspected because the pain was so severe. And then I was put on that, and for about 6 months, that worked really well. Symptoms were gone. I was able to function again, no issue whatsoever. Life was fine, back to normal. Come spring 2007, symptoms were coming back. And my family doctor had touched base with them to say, listen, my symptoms are coming back. I don't know what's going on. I'm on this medication. So essentially I was informed that medications typically don't work forever. They don't last forever. They work for as long as they work for you. And then eventually they just, it stops working. So that's where I started my journey with sort of cycling through one medication after the other. Some were lasting 6 months, some were lasting 2 months, some were lasting 4 months. So we'll go through all my medications in a separate video. I'll let you know of all the ones that I was put on throughout the years. Had a gastroscopy done. That's when they determined that there was a hiatal hernia and it was gastroesophageal reflux disease. And that was it. It was basically, okay, we'll keep trying some medications. There was an option at the time for a surgery if it wasn't treatable with medications. So at that time I said, well, no, I'm not gonna do the surgery. I'll just keep taking the meds until, cross that bridge when we get there kind of thing. So from 2007 till 2010, spring of 2010, I was on different medications. They were holding up, they were doing their job. I was still having some symptoms, but it wasn't as bad as it was back in 2006, so it was tolerable for me. I didn't think much of it, right? It was just something I learned to live with, and that was that. We'll go into symptoms as well in a separate video of what I had experienced.